spends all day searching the web for interesting news. Let's see if he actually found some.
There you go. One more time. You got it.
Calling Dr. Howard. Dr. Fine. Dr. Howard.
Media News, episode 86, Shakespeare Wigglesword.
Hey folks, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome to my video outhouse. You know, it's time once again for
Media News.
Media News with good old JR and Comic Book Man.
And that's him.
In the alternate reality video outhouse.
That's here.
And the outhouse is coming to you from
Where's it? Don't push.
alternate reality.
Don't push.
Located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood, alternate reality, where all new comics are 15% off every day for everyone, including Hobbit comics, which nobody makes. Nobody makes a Hobbit comic, but if they did, they'd be 15% off.
Yes.
But we have a big Hobbit story from JR. If you like Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
listen up.
Yeah, you know, Guillermo del Toro was attached to direct the two-part Hobbit adaptation for
Yes, he was.
MGM,
Yes, he
and there's a lot of you out there who are fans know that project has gone on and on and on, and all it's due to MGM's financial woes.
Yeah, they're having problems. That and Bond.
Well, Guillermo does not let the grass grow under his feet. He has other projects
No.
he wants to do, and
No.
his little it's
No,
true,
don't go
comic
there.
book Man. You want to
No.
chair?
No.
It's true.
Don't say it!
Guillermo has left the
Don't.
building.
What do you mean?
He's not directing the Hobbit. Wow, comic book man.
Okay, I'm fine.
You know, you better
I
not.
was
I'm fine.
acting.
Yes, that was fine too. He will return. Guillermo's got to move on to other projects because he has to eat too.
Okay.
And he's a large man, so he
Really?
needs to eat more often than most of us.
Uh,
But he will retain a co-writer credit when the film eventually gets made.
It's already been written news to you.
who could the possible director be that would take his place?
There's two names that have risen to the top here, and one isn't so bad. It's David Yates, who directed 3 of the Harry Potter films, 5, 6, and the upcoming 7, Part 1.
Okay.
That's fine. He's a British director who does a serviceable job on those Harry Potter films.
He
But
knows how to keep the plates moving.
Exactly. But the other name is one that I don't think Hobbit fans are going to be too thrilled to hear about, and that is
Who?
Mr. Brett Ratner.
Oh, he stinks.
Yeah, well, you know, if you like the Jackie Chan and what's his name,
Yeah.
if you like those, you're gonna love the Hobbit because there'll be a lot of that sort of camaraderie in the Hobbit movie.
Okay.
Yep. So,
Chris Tucker?
Chris
The
Tucker,
Rush Hour one?
Rush Hour. He directed the
That was
Rush Hour
fun.
film. Yeah.
Whatever happened to Chris Tucker anyway?
Uh,
Bo?
There's one more name.
What's the
What?
other name? Neil Blomkamp.
Oh, here comes Bo.
Neil Blomkamp,
Neil Blomkamp.
may be the guy. He's
you-
actually a protege of Peter Jackson. And
Yes.
did he direct something known
District
as
9. District 9.
Nine.
But that's
Oh,
a
District
real
9.
sketchy rumor right now, and I think that's wishful thinking on Hobbit's
And by the
fans'
time
part.
MGM gets any money together, we'll all be dead anyway.
Yes, which leads into yet another story. This is a
Yes.
segue, comic book man.
Oh, thank you. Somebody else is doing a segue. Thank you.
well, I-
No, thank
you
no,
can- you can actually
seriously,
lay down for
thank
a
you.
while if you want to.
Okay, I'm gonna take a nap. Good night.
MGM's
Look at the
financial
tier,
woes
put it on.
continue to the point of they can no longer afford to promote or distribute the movies that they've already made. So the Red Dawn remake is going to sit on a shelf.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. MGM. How the mighty
MGM
have
does
fallen.
not have the money to distribute or advertise this film or any of their upcoming films, so
Yeah.
it's going to be sitting there for a while.
Great.
Yeah. A movie that's done. It is done. And
Okay.
it's going to sit on.
I got
Bo
20
has
bucks.
20 bucks.
Bo's got 20 bucks.
All right.
Well, give it to me.
Raimi, what's Sam Raimi
Sam
up to?
Raimi has a job. He has been offered the directorial reins of Oz the Great and Powerful.
That's a good choice.
Yes,
That's
it
a
is.
good choice, Sam
Yes,
Raimi
it
on
is.
Oz.
Starring Robert Downey Jr.
I don't know
What
about
the-
that.
Well,
I don't know.
he would be playing the wizard.
Oh,
And this
well.
is not an
I
adaptation.
didn't think he'd play Dorothy.
This is not an adaptation.
Give me the Tin Man.
Or the Cowardly Lion or the Scarecrow comic book man.
The Tin Man?
Or a flying monkey.
What?
Robert Downey Jr. could be a flying monkey.
Could be a flying monkey. I doubt it though. I think if you're going to cast him in a movie about Oz,
Yeah, it's going to be.
it's
no,
going to be the wizard.
He will be the wizard. We're just funning yous.
Yeah.
But Sam Raimi's been offered the gig, and this is not an adaptation of any of the novels.
No.
This is going to be sort of a reimagining.
Reimagining.
Prequel also,
You
it's a
throw
prequel.
throw everything into a hopper and make a
Prequel.
new story.
Yes, and speaking of Robert Downey Jr.,
Yes.
should we segue into that?
Oh, please.
He and his wife have formed a production company, Comic Book Man.
Have they?
Yes, and it's the brilliantly named Team Downey Productions. And
Your sheet's nice and soft.
and the reason I
Wonder Twin powers activate. Form of a drunk.
wow, allegedly.
Form of an alleged drunk. I'm suing.
Okay, their first co-production.
Oh, he's been in the slam how many times? I think that it's not alleged anymore.
The reason I'm reporting this, it's not really fantasy or sci-fi related. I just
Yes.
find it an interesting story. Their first
Okay.
co-production will be a film entitled Yucatan. And what it's based on, this is real, I find this fascinating. I guess Steve McQueen, the late Steve McQueen, legendary actor Steve McQueen, wanted to make this project for years, for 20 years. He had this going for 2 decades. And he compiled notes, something in the area of 1,700 pages of notes on this story. The Downies have come across these 1,700 pages of notes and are going to pick up the project and run with it.
Well, what is it?
It's basically a historical. I'm going to read, ladies and gentlemen, because it's kind of lengthy. All right, it's a group of thieves who head to Mexico to find Mayan treasure buried for centuries in the Yucatan Peninsula. There's the division between Mexico, the Spanish aristocrats, the indigenous population, the poor.
Class struggle.
Big action set pieces, including a very long motorcycle chase scene, from what we understand.
Well, it's not a period piece.
That's all Steve McQueen,
turn of the
baby.
century.
Oh, turn of the century.
Turn of the
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so it can be a period piece. So that's going to be Team Downey's first co-production. They are now pouring through all 1,700 pages of this right now as we speak. Robert and his wife.
It could be great. It could be great.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, if Steve McQueen was interested for 20 years in trying to get this off the ground, it sounded like maybe money was the problem for Steve in that one.
Oh, probably, yes.
Because it sounds kind of huge. But yeah, that's that one.
Okay. Last story we've got. We talked about Brett Ratner before, which would have been a great time to do this story.
Yes.
But we didn't.
No.
So with Bo
We'll
here,
bookend.
circular Bo here.
No, wait a minute. We're bookending with Brett Ratner. We started with Brett. We're ending with Brett.
Brett Ratner is actually going to be doing what?
It's a great story.
Sit down, kids.
There is another vivid reimagining coming our way of Snow White, brought to us by Mr. Brett Ratner. These dwarves will not be happy clappy.
They'll be wrestlers, right?
They're not going to be miners.
They'll be wrestling.
They're going to be thieves.
Which
Robbers. They're going to be robbers. All right? And this story is also going to include a dragon.
Sure,
it's going to be dark
whatever.
and wonderful. Now, Comic Book Man,
Will there be a wizard in it too?
I'm sure. But I have an editorial aside about this story that I would like to direct at the audience.
Please.
You know, Brett Ratner's Snow White. For all of you out there that ponied up the dough to make Alice in Wonderland, the Tim Burton film, a success to the tune of $1 billion worldwide.
That thing made $1 billion?
$1 billion worldwide
With a B?
comic book with a B.
Billion!
I want you all to go sit in the corner and think about what you've done. Because now we're getting Brett Ratner's Snow White, what you have wrought by making Alice in Wonderland a success. Shame. That's all I have to say.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Is the Kung Fu version of Snow White still in active development?
I hope so, because that sounds eminently more
You
interesting.
realize how long this segment is?
Wow, that's for the Karate Kid, which opened this.
Yeah, for Karate
Karate Kid 2's coming.
I'm sure it is.
Shut up! That's in our next meeting of news.
Wrap this,
We're actually
please.
going to shoot another day.
I'm
but
right
not-
with
Which
now.
you can check out after you get done here, because we're finished.
We're done.
But you can read all of his reviews and all of Big Mouth's over here, all of his news at the store's
Well,
website.
enough of you.
And
Barge it into our
the,
show
And the
again.
store's website can be found at
Sarah.
God, you think you know this by now. www.myalternatereality.com. Am I your mother or something?
So stop off at the store's website, check out all of his reviews and all of his news, and until next time, this is Comic Book Man
JR.
saying
Bye!
Alternate Reality is located at 3149 West 111th Street. That's the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in Chicago, the beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood neighborhood. You can always reach us at 773-881-HERO or at the store's website, www.myalternatereality.com.